Welcome back to News Geelong. Number 3 for the Geelong Football Club won a Brownlow medal in 2007, a Norm Smith medal in 2011, and has played in 3 Geelong Football Club premierships. As a wonderful film is titled My Brilliant Career. And tomorrow night at Cardinia Park, Jimmy Bartell will play his 250th game for his beloved Cats. News Geelong spoke with Jimmy down at the Cattery.
Yeah, it'll be pretty special. I've been pretty fortunate to play with some of the greats of the club, and I think that's what I look upon, the most. And being part of a pretty successful era that I've been lucky enough to play in 3 premierships. So I think it's more what's happened over the 250, not the actual 250th. And I think once I finish up playing, I'll look back on it probably a lot more fondly than I will today.
I guess it's hard to pinpoint an exact, you've had so much success, obviously an exact highlight or highlights, but what springs to mind? What at the moment do you sort of sit back and go, wow, that was special?
Yeah, I think for any player they'll probably tell you the same thing, and if you ever get a chance to win a premiership, that's it. And I've been fortunate enough to play in 3, and the good thing is I can't separate one over the other.
What stays with you most, Jimmy, about when you first walked in the door again?
Sorry,
what stays with you most? What do you really remember?
Probably the friendships I've made. Being lucky enough to not only play some champions of the game, but some great people. And I think when you get involved in footy clubs, you're so close. You build a nice tight-knit group, and I've got friends for life ever since I walked in the door at Geelong.
Was it an imposing place to walk into there?
Yeah, any AFL club is for someone who's 17 years old. It's pretty daunting, especially I grew up down the road, and I watched a lot of games in the outer, and a couple of weeks later I'm trying to kick to them in a training drill, and I wasn't quite sure what to call them. I didn't feel like I'd earned their respect to call them by their nickname, so it was a lot of first name basis sort of stuff for a while.
Game 1, you shared debuts with a couple of blokes.
Yeah.
Johnson and someone who went on a bit.
Yeah, fair play went on then, Gazza. He had a lot more hair back then. No, it was great to share it with those 2 guys because we came to the club together, and Gazza as well, we played under 18 footy, and I think I've probably enjoyed his success and watching him play more than my own.
Who of that era influenced you the most, that early 2000 era when you got here player-wise?
Yeah, there was quite a few. I was pretty fortunate to be looked after by a lot of the senior guys. In different ways, I got to see sort of how ruthless a competitor Matt Scarlett was. Corey Enright, just week in, week out, I don't think I've ever seen him be beaten. Cameron Ling, we all know, how hard of a footballer he is. Joel Corey, there's so many, but also the other 2 guys that I've spent a lot of footy with who I played, James Kelly and Steve Johnson. Just watching Stevie up close is unbelievable, and how hard Kel goes about it. 12 years I've been able to share it with him.
Do you feel like you can make it to 300?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just get 250 done with. You don't know. Once I finish my contract, I'll see if I'm still wanted, and I still want to keep playing. But it's you never know when you get there with injuries and where the club's at.
In terms of success and the pride you must have, you look to the future, and the club sort of constantly gets questioned, written off a little bit from year to year. But the reinvention of the club, I mean, you must sit back and take a lot of pride in that and how they keep reinventing themselves. Yeah,
I'm pretty proud of how our club's been managed as well. I think, as you were saying then, they always got an eye on the future, but still being competitive now. And hopefully the group coming through is very similar to the group that we formed 10 years ago. And I'd like to ride on the coattails of their success for a little bit as well.
Thank you, Jimmy. And from all the Geelong and Australian rural football supporters, including Cogsy from Carlton, well played, Jimmy Bartell. Geelong school students are learning how to hip-hop with lessons from members of Australia's first hip-hop choir. They're called Massive. News Geelong visited the Hamlin Banks Primary School for its first hip-hop lesson with Meryl Friend at the helm.
I'm here at Hamlin Banks Primary School with Massive. They're part of Stand Up Sisters and Brothers in Geelong, a fantastic event with rap for students in the primary school area, and they're going to be performing down at the waterfront on the 9th of May. You've been involved today in a workshop, and it's for Sisters and Brothers Stand Up in Geelong. Can you tell us a bit about it, Skylar?
On May the 9th, a whole lot of school communities and choirs are coming together to the waterfront to do a massive choir and in the evening, so come on down.
Fantastic. Now tell us what it's all about.
Well, it's about going against racism. Right. Yeah, and discrimination.
Yep. Okay, now Kobe, tell us, you've had the session this morning here with the guys. Now, what was it like?
It was really fantastic. Everyone was singing together and it was really great, and everyone was excited.
Now, what's the song all about?
Well, I think they have a few songs, and they're like about discrimination and stuff. Yep. And they're against it and stuff, and yeah, it's really good.
And it sounded like it had a bit of a rap rhythm going to it and some moves as well. Was it fun?
Yes, it was really good.
Okay, so you expect that people should join in and come along as well? All right.
It's a great experience.
1, 2, 1, 2, stop racial discrimination. We want to take the temperature of the situation. L stands for look out to buddy with a friend. Together, a message loud and clear. We said, I interrupt, seize the moment, break the ice. Show there's a new way. I want to say how I feel. I disagree with a capital D. Okay, who's with me? Well, let's build, let's build, let's build, let's build a place of love and support for the tiger with an S. Don't be silent, be a part of it. L-I-D-S, keep your lids open. Reach into your pocket for this handy slogan. L-I-D-S, keep your lids open. Reach into your pocket for this handy slogan. L-I-D-S, sisters and brothers, keep your lids open.
We're all about stopping racial discrimination out here in Geelong, so we're bringing the message and tooling up children and the community how to step in safely and spread the message that racism is not acceptable.
Terrific. Now, this has started off with the Barclay Arts Centre in Footscray.
Yep, that's correct. Barclay Arts Centre is a division of Western Region Health, and we're working with our team from Massive Hip Hop Choir and Andrea Koza to meet the communities out in the West and invite them to come and sing with us.
So, Andrea, you're the director of the Mass Choir, so tell us all about the event.
There are two parts of the event. One is Mountain to Mouth, and the other one is Geelong After Dark Festival. And so the choir will have a couple of chances to perform, and it's going to be made up of community choirs from around Geelong and schools, primary schools and secondary school students.
Terrific event. When does that all come about?
It's in May,
May the 9th. Yeah, so there'll be two performances, 6:30pm and 10:30pm. And we're also working with young leaders from Diversitat.
Terrific. And that's down at the waterfront in Geelong?
Exactly, yep. So it's going to be a mass sing-off, and it's going to be mega fun.
And the kids really seem to have a ball, and it's sending out some fantastic messages as well.
Exactly, and we're happy to share a rap with you as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Meryl. This is News Geelong on Wednesday evening as we go to a break. We'll be back with sport and weather after this.